Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. My name is Steve. Listen, if this is your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. And if you are a returning subscriber, guys, welcome back. Listen, I'm keeping it real. I seen this story. It's out of ABC 7 News. It broke yesterday in Los Angeles. And it's about a man going to a divorce with his wife who got so pissed off that she filed a restraining order against him that he drove his work truck, a dump truck, through the house. I'm not playing around. He did this. Now, is it funny? No, it ain't funny, but we're going to get into it, and I'm going to give my perspective of the whole situation, and we'll take it from there. But listen, man, like I said, this story came out somewhere in Los Angeles. I'll leave the link to the description below. You can go and check the story out. Now, I haven't found it all over. I seen somebody post it on TikTok. And when I see it, I'm like, yeah, I got to do a story on this, you know. But listen, supposedly Sunday morning or Sunday, sometime during Sunday, this lady whose name I don't want to disclose, you can see her name in the thing. I don't want to say her name, but supposedly the husband drove by the house like 3 times Sunday morning in a regular car. Then all of a sudden he just came back with a truck. And when he came back with a dump truck, and he came back with one of them quad axle dump trucks, they the ones with like the 4 wheels in the back, them heavy duty Jones. Came back with that, hit like 2 cars on the block, and then smashed up into the house. Now I'm gonna tell you something. When you watch the story, and you know it's the media, and sometimes the media be saying some crazy stuff or to paint a certain type of narrative, I think it's more to the story that they talking about. And the reason why is this. When you watch the video, when the guy came through, he smashed the house he was living in, and he smashed the house with the neighbor. And he also, when you watch the film clip, the house they lived in was gray. The house next to him is like a brownish house. He smashed the car with the dump truck. He smashed the neighbor's car, or the car that's in the neighbor's yard, into their house. Then he took and ran his dump truck into the bedroom where the wife lived. Now the wife was out there while he was driving the truck up in there and going on this rampage. You can see the wife outside in a nightgown while he tearing up the damn block. Now I'm gonna tell you something, man. Divorce is not a good thing. I've been through divorce, you know, and for some reason, man, a lot of times the man have to go through it and he got to kick out or sacrifice to be made. And a lot of times it goes in the woman's favor. Now, I'm not trashing women. I'm just saying something that's normally, you know, how it goes, especially if they have children or something like this. Now, these are older folk. You know, I don't know if they're in their 60s or 50s or whatever, but these are older folk. And, you know, my thing is this. She filed a restraining order on him. She said the man had a history of verbal abuse. You know, so I guess he must have been calling on the phone or whatever, you know, some type of harassment. Because, you know, when you go through these divorce proceedings, you never know what somebody's going to say. There's a lot of people out there went through divorce. I went through it too. Hey, man, you think it's going to be all right. Okay, we're going to do this. We're going to divide this. We're going to do that. We're going to do that. And everything be yeah. And all of a sudden, right at the time of putting pen to paper, all of a sudden, nah, I ain't say that. Or nah, it's this or that. Am I saying this is what happened? Nah. But I'm just saying. The contest of divorce is a nasty, nasty thing, and we got to be honest about it. Now, I'm not laughing because the lady's house got destroyed. It's just the way the man did it. And, you know, the reason why I brought up them being old, you can probably imagine how it was. They probably been arguing back and forth and this and that. Now, I don't know what caused a divorce, especially with people being that old and being around each other for so long. Sometimes, like the song says, it's cheaper to keep her or it's cheaper to stay together. Y'all old, you know what I'm saying? Everybody think they still in it. You're not in it. I don't know if he thought he was one of them cat daddy dudes or whatever. Or she probably thought like, hey, I don't need you or anything like that. Man, the older you are, you need companionship. And that's a lot of things you young people need to think about. You get somebody that works with you and compatible with you, you need to stay with them. Because you'll wind up in situations like this. Man, this dude right here, I don't know. I'd love to have been a fly on the wall before he did that. You know what I'm saying? He's sitting in the house. Supposedly Sunday morning this happened. She talking about she don't know if he was drunk or under the influence, so I don't know if he drinks or not or whatever. Man, MLK Day coming up, it could have been anything that set him off. He could have been in the house. MLK could have been on PBS or something. Martin Luther King, I have a dream. You start thinking, You know what I mean? All of a sudden, she ruined his dream. Oh, I'll get that motherfucker. He goes over there, boom! You know what I mean? Run through the house. Anything, man. And I'm just being smart. I'm not trying to be, I don't know the situation. And it's sad and unfortunate, but it could have been anything. Like I said, to be a fly on the wall and hear a conversation when they be going back and forth, you don't know what was being said. She could have been saying some crazy stuff to him, but he could have been saying crazy stuff. He could have got caught out there. You never know what, you know, makes people leave people. But I mean, at the age that they are, and like looking at the lady, man, I don't think it was her that probably was like, yo, I'm done with you. I don't think it was, because I mean, she seemed like she's a sweet person, but I mean, it's only 20 seconds of seeing her on the thing. I don't know. But I mean, could you imagine? Because she said something that stuck out. And this is the thing, and you got to catch it. She said this. Because they was asking, why would he do that? She's like, I don't know. And then she said, maybe because everything's in my name. Maybe everything's in my name. So thinking about that, now I'm going off what she said, guys. So don't jump no assumptions. Listen. Maybe everything was in her name. Maybe he had a criminal past and he couldn't get stuff in his name. The car, all that other stuff. When they got divorced, she probably was like, yo, I'm keeping all that because my name on that. You don't want me, don't take my stuff. And she got a valid point with that. And that's what I was trying to say in a lot of these other videos I do, man. Sometimes, man, if a guy ain't got nothing or he ain't trying to get nothing or get himself right where he can get something, sometimes you got to let him go. And this might be the case. Now, I'm not discrediting the man or the woman. I don't know. I'm just, you know, rambling on. But, man, she probably was like, nah, I'm keeping the house and all this. And, you know, you could look at the house and see the house was very well taken care of on the outside. So, you know, somebody was kicking out money for the landscaping or my man was doing it himself. You know what I'm saying? So he probably was like, all the sacrifice and time and money I spent into the place and to have it taken away from me, that do something to your ego. Guys, we all know about that. I had to kick out $500,000 in property just to get away from my ex-wife, and I'm still catching hell from that now. I mean, things are better. You know, I got a little girl and stuff with her, and I mean, me and the little girl's all right, but I mean, sometimes, man, people can't get away from the fact that at one point or another, we was real close, and then when we separate, people change, and you see who's who when the property and the money's on the table and the papers got to be signed. A lot of times you see who people really are. She might have seen who he is, or maybe he's seen who she is. Keeping it real. It's one of them things, man. But who knows? But like she said, he had a history of verbal abuse. She probably was like, no, he probably tried to overpower with the words and get all mean. Because, I mean, she said verbal abuse. I don't think the man hitting her. He too old. I don't think he was hitting her or nothing like that. But he probably was trying to scare with the voice. And she was like, you ain't going to do nothing. He probably was like, I ain't going to do nothing. You ain't doing nothing. All you do is talk. You ain't doing nothing. It's my house. My this, my that. He was like, I'll be goddamn. And just ran up in there. Telling you, don't know what set people off. People crazy nowadays, man. And these older cats from that older generation, man, they different. You can't push them too hard like you do these young boys. You know, then you push on them, they gonna walk away. You hitting on them and all this stuff. Man, these old people not playing that shit. And I'm not putting it all on her. And I'm not putting it all on him. But it's some kind of disconnection, the way you drive a damn dump truck on a Sunday. You ain't even working, nigga. You drive a dump truck on a Sunday into the damn house that you used to live in. So I think, honestly, there's some kind of, somebody feels as though they've been slighted in the whole situation because supposedly it stemmed off of her getting a restraining order. So I think he was blowing the phone up. Let's talk. Let's talk. You know what I mean? And like some of us been through that. You get somebody, one point they go off on you, and another point they talk nice and want to come back to reality. Listen, in life, and this is something I seen, this is a quote I seen when I was doing the daycare center with my job. I was cleaning an aquarium at a daycare center, and I was in the bathroom. And I never forget a quote on the wall. It said, when you say something to someone hurtful, they may forget what you said, but they never forget how it made them feel. This might be the case. Years of verbal abuse. She probably might have been like, yo, you know what? I don't even care no more. Because sometimes, guys, you just want to get away. I'm a perfect example of that. Sometimes hearing somebody's voice will make you break out in hives. You be like, they start talking, you like, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. But listen, man, I hope everything works out for both parties. But the man drove the car, the dump truck through the thing, so you know he getting locked up. And that's messed up. He threw his freedom away, you know, for this, but I don't want to talk too bad about both parties because, man, I know how it is to go through a divorce, and sometimes you feel like doing crazy stuff yourself. You know, I had thoughts like that, like, yo, you know, I'm such and such. Ain't worth it, man. Just go on and move on, man. Sometimes your health and the ability just for you to experience happiness and not have that monkey on your back, sometimes that weight is worth it. Listen, I'm Stock Market Steve, man. Leave me a comment. Tell me what y'all think about the video. I'll leave it in the description as usual. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, man. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for listening.